What is up, you guys? Back with another video. An angry Undertaker destroys jobbers and calls out Kane on the March 13th, 1998 episode of Raw. I believe this is right after WrestleMania. And believe me when I say this, the match was mediocre at best. I kind of felt like some parts were pretty boring. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is, you know. I wasn't really feeling that match, but I did like the build up to their WrestleMania match at WrestleMania 14. Yeah, let's hop into it.
I have never seen anything like this. There's no way we can have this match. There's no way.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is crazy. Vince is going to get hurt, and I'm going to do what I can, folks, to make sure that this does not happen.
Well,
You gotta love JR in this, how he's so caring about Vince McMahon.
okay, well, folks,
Considering the fact that Vince McMahon and Austin started their lineup, the rivalry back in late '97.
After all we've been through tonight, now this? Not Kane, come on!
Yo, the crowd is just.
It's the Phenom! It's the Undertaker!
Do y'all hear how the crowd was back then? I really miss the days when you have actual people there in the arena that can make anything so special and unique. But it's nothing like that. Well, it's nothing like this nowadays due to the pandemic. But at least you could have like 10 people there, different areas, instead of just like have nobody, because that would just kill the product even more. But back then, before the pandemic happened, the crowd was just, they just made everything more possible.
Finally, perhaps some sanity tonight! The Undertaker on his way to the ring! It has been a week of hell for this man! Obviously, he must have hate in his heart after watching the desecration of his parents' graves last week by Kane and Paul Bearer. The Phenom is here! What a reaction! What the hell is he doing? What is he doing? No! What is the Undertaker trying to prove?
Man, I think this was Michael Cole's. Well, I think this before he became a full commentator on SmackDown in early episodes of Raw. But just hearing him talk like this, I done lost it, y'all.
He's an emotional wreck, but he has no right to attack people who've had nothing to do with this.
Kane! It's time your big brother shows you what evil is all about.
I like the 1998 Undertaker. Although the Ministry of Darkness was cool though, but
Are you the hunter? But now you are the hunted. Now I can feel your presence in the building. And this night will go on for an eternity until you show your face. It's time, Kane, to come out from the darkness.
The Undertaker is taking matters into his own hands. However, this attack, unjustified. He's been on an emotional roller coaster as of late. But he has no right to attack people who have nothing to do with this.
yeah, like I said, you know, 98 Undertaker was definitely better than, I would say, probably the Corporate Ministry and Holy Alliance for the Big Show version of the Undertaker. But I think Undertaker alone and the early days of the Ministry of Darkness was so much better by himself before joining Shane McMahon in the Corporate Ministry, and that made him look weak, made him look like a softy, you know. Just, he was so much better alone doing things by himself. Gangrel, Minion, Viscera, Edge and Christian, well, you name it. The Brood, I mean, everybody was at Undertaker's group. They were better off by themselves than to join Shane McMahon's group of ministry. But I will say this though, this moment when Undertaker destroys all the jobbers, all of the jobbers, and calling out Kane for their Inferno match, excuse me, is basically by far one of my favorite moments though. And this is why the Attitude Era will always be a classic among old school wrestling fans like myself. I mean, we'll have to see what they can do with today's Raw. They said they were gonna change drastically instead of keeping this PG format for too long and being a little bit more edgy, blood, sweat, and maybe go a little bit more R-rated. They did say something about going back to those days, but considering the fact that how PG this company is right now, it's nothing like what it used to be. So yeah, y'all enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments down below. Catch you in my next one.